What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And if you are, be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam whatsoever. You're gonna get a poop present. Yeah, that's right. That's when somebody wraps their dookie and drops it off in a gift box. I didn't know what that was until this subscriber story was sent in today. But regardless, today I'm gonna be telling you a story time about the time that some ex-coworker of theirs ended up giving their manager a box of poop as a parting gift, which I mean is pretty funny. What am I supposed to do? Not tell you guys this story time? I don't think so. Regardless, it should be pretty entertaining and funny. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
I'm in the streets like it's Tokyo. Girls on me everywhere I go.
All right. Now, I think that everybody's had a coworker that actually deserved to get fired. Usually, it's not that good of a thing, but that's not what this story is. The boss is not the bad guy for once in one of my videos. Regardless, the person who sent me in this story was working at an electronics store a while ago when it had first initially opened. And because it was a brand new store, like, the workload was pretty crappy, he's not gonna lie. It wasn't the most fun job he ever had, but what really made it unbearable was one of his coworkers. In any case, there was this one person at the store who worked with him whose name was Beth, and he said that he legitimately hated this girl. Like, he doesn't know what it was about Beth. She was blonde and he just despised her. He had no clue why. He has reasons why, obviously, but, like, you know what I'm saying. You know when you just don't like somebody and you can't figure out why? It was one of those situations. The way that he describes Beth is, like, overly enthusiastic to the point of it being annoying, you know? Like, oh my god, hey, how are you doing? Welcome to our electronics store. Oh my god, yes, I love televisions. Like, anyone who walked into the store, anytime you had to have a conversation with her in the back room, you'd be like, hey, can you go check the back for a, Fire Stick? And she'd be like, Amazon Fire Sticks, I love those! And then, like, run into the back and start searching for it, just really over enthusiastic, which I guess is nothing wrong with her, but it annoyed the person in the story. And I'm gonna be honest, it would annoy me. Like, if every time I came into work, one of my coworkers was just screaming, hyped about everything, like, yeah, I get to clean the bathroom because some old man just had explosive diarrhea, like, screaming all that, it would probably get really, really, really old. Anyways, this Beth girl also had a problem on top of her over enthusiasm, which is that she apparently hated to show up for work. Like, she would no call, no show all the time, which is annoying enough. For none of you who have ever had a job, the reason that's annoying is it just makes everyone else who's working that day life hell. Like, everyone has to pick up the slack, do more work, dude. It's just a pain if you no call, no show to your coworkers. And it's also one of those things where, like, you're gonna get fired. If you don't call and excuse why you're not showing up and you just don't show up, you're gonna get in trouble. So eventually the bosses start to get sick and tired of her never showing up on time, her always, showing up and not calling, or not showing up and not calling everybody. So eventually the boss sits her down and she's like, look, if you want to keep your job around here, you're gonna have to, start showing up for work or we're gonna fire you. And this Beth girl starts getting all defensive and, is just like, I don't show up late, which is a really weird lie when your boss can, like, pull up footage of a time that you were scheduled to show up for work and weren't there, like, it's just a really weird lie. So this Beth girl starts just declining, just straight up denying that she's ever been late for work. Keep in mind, it's gotten so bad that the manager has had to pull her aside and be like, look, your coworkers are getting really annoyed with the no call, no showing because it's just making everybody else's lives miserable. Please get it together. And she's just denying it, like, nope, I don't show up late. Not an excuse, not like, oh, it's not that late. She's just straight up denying showing up late, which is impossible. Anyways, the manager is trying to give her a second chance, and she's just having none of it and arguing with her. And finally, she calls the manager a moron who has no idea how to read time because apparently she's never late. So at that point, the manager is like, all right, we've had enough. Feel free to pack your stuff and leave. I was trying to give you another stuff, but, like, you're fired. Don't come back. There wasn't really much to pack because it was, like, an hourly position at an electronics store, but you get the idea. He gives her the whole, it's been an honor having you be a part of the team, but I think you would be a better fit at another company, that whole spiel, and fires her. And as soon as she's fired, she starts crying. She's like, no, I need this job. And he's like, look, if you're not going to show up and you're going to call me an idiot and a liar when I tell you that you're not showing up, I can't hire you. Like, there's no way for you to have a job here if you're not going to show up. That's one of the very few things you have to do to keep a job. And I'm going to be honest, as somebody who's worked like an entry-level job, it is really hard to get fired from like an entry-level job that a lot of people don't want to do. For example, when I was a bag boy at the grocery store, people could get away with basically bloody murder because there was not a long list of people who wanted to do that job. So, you know, they had trouble replacing people, and the people that did want to do it weren't going to take it seriously anyways. So, whatever. They finally end up firing her, and if you get fired from a job like that, you know you're an idiot. Like, you have to no-call, no-show, or just steal from the store to get fired from one of these positions, you know? If you have a pulse and can kind of do your job and show up on time, they're never going to fire you. I am going to take a moment here in the middle of the video and just ask you guys to press the like button and comment the word spoiled down below. And if you're new, subscribe, turn on notifications. I know it's annoying. I hate to do this in the middle of the video, but it helps the engagement, and the engagement being better helps me get more views. So if you wouldn't mind just taking a second to like and comment, I would appreciate it. Whatever, Beth gets fired because she never shows up for work, which I feel like is pretty fair. I really don't know what else the bosses were supposed to do. And the next day, she comes in with this beautifully wrapped present. Like, it looks like she spent a couple hours just wrapping this present. It's purple and white. It has a white bow around it. It's beautiful, and it's pretty sizable, and it has the manager's name on it, and she drops it off at the front. She doesn't go see the manager. She doesn't say, is he here to have a conversation? She just walks in, says hi to her former coworkers, and says, this is for the manager. You know what I mean? And so it gets dropped off at the desk, and immediately everybody kind of notices that it's been doused in like a gallon of perfume. You know, like it smells very, very strongly of perfume. It's almost like she put the present down, and then just sprayed the entire bottle of perfume that she had all over it. This thing has been doused, I tell you, in this gross like perfume. But keep in mind that this lady is a little eccentric. She's always overly excited, so people don't really think much of it. It's just like, what a weird person. She's always doing weird things like spraying presents with perfume. No one ever really stops and takes a think about it. So whatever, the manager comes over and he gets the present, and everybody is curious as to what it is because it smells. So he decides to open it in front of everybody, right, at the cashiers. And I guess it was pretty dead. There weren't a lot of customers. So he unwraps the present and opens it and just starts being like, oh, are you kidding me? The reason it had been, sprayed with perfume is because this grown woman had taken a dump in the box, wrapped it, sprayed it with perfume so nobody would smell it, and then taken it and gave it to the managers who had fired her, bro. She was so petty that they said, you're unemployed, and she said, yeah, well, you're gonna hold my poop in your hands. The best part about this to me is like the manager wasn't even the bad guy, you know? He literally said you have to show up at work to keep your job, and she was like, nah, I'm gonna give you my poop. Like, that was too far, all right? I was rocking with this when I didn't have to do anything, but the second you actually expect me to do my job, that's when I just give you a wrapped piece of poop. And also, she had to wrap this present. Like, it was very meticulously wrapped, meaning that she held a box full of her turd for a pretty long period of time while she, like, wrapped it, you know? And then she had to have wrapped it and went, nah, it still smells bad, and kept spraying perfume till the smell of her own poop was gone. Like, the amount of effort it takes to do this is just crazy. And the amount of effort that it would take to do this when you kind of deserve to get fired is even more insane. Like, I get being this petty under certain circumstances, but if you never show up for work, your boss is gonna fire you. Like, I don't feel like that is that insane to say, you know? Oh, yes, as you guys can tell, she definitely didn't deserve to get fired. And you want to know how to make sure you're never going to get your job back? Giving your manager a box full of your feces is a pretty solid way to make sure that they never give you a ring back. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I'd appreciate you pressing the like button and commenting down below, subscribing, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Moral of this story is pretty obvious. Don't give your manager poop in a box if you want to keep your job. Yeah, that's right, guys. Here on the Scrubs channel, we try to make sure that every story has a good moral that you can apply to your life. And I feel like a lot of you need to be told not to poop in a box. So, here you go. On a real note, other than that, if you like the intro song, you can check it out. A link will be down below in the description if you want to give that a listen. Feel free to, no pressure though. Other than that, the OG Sub Club merch is pretty fresh, and you guys can go check that out before it's gone forever. If you can't afford to get it or anything, you're still an OG in my heart. Like, don't worry about it, trust me. But if you want to support the channel, you can. And other than that, use code Scrubby at the G Fuel checkout for a little bit of a discount. Give me a follow on Twitter at Scrubby_69. My Instagram is just at Scrubby. And yeah, don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.